Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
Used of a single unit or thing, not two or more. An is Scottish. A nonmetallic element belonging to the halogens, used especially in medicine and photography and in dyes, occurs naturally only in combination in small quantities, as in seawater or rocks. The smallest whole number or a numeral representing this number. He has the 1 but will need a 2 and 3 to go with it. The 9th letter of the Roman alphabet. Used of a single unit or thing, not two or more. The smallest whole number or a numeral representing this number. Used of a single unit or thing, not two or more. An is Scottish. Informal, very. Used informally as an intensifier. That is one fine dog. Having the indivisible character of a unit. Spoke with one voice. Used of a single unit or thing, not two or more. The smallest whole number or a numeral representing this number. He has the 1 but will need a 2 and 3 to go with it. Eminent beyond or above comparison. She's one girl in a million. A single person or thing. He is the best one. Being a single entity made by combining separate components. 3 chemicals combining into one solution. Indefinite in time or position. He will come one day. Of the same kind or quality. 2 animals of one species. A nonmetallic element belonging to the halogens, used especially in medicine and photography and in dyes, occurs naturally only in combination in small quantities, as in seawater or rocks. A nonmetallic element belonging to the halogens, used especially in medicine and photography and in dyes, occurs naturally only in combination in small quantities, as in seawater or rocks. A tincture consisting of a solution of iodine in ethyl alcohol, applied topically to wounds as an antiseptic. A nonmetallic element belonging to the halogens, used especially in medicine and photography and in dyes, occurs naturally only in combination in small quantities, as in seawater or rocks. A major strategic headquarters of NATO, safeguards an area extending from Norway to Turkey. Proteolytic enzyme that converts angiotensin I into angiotensin II. Someone who is dazzlingly skilled in any field. Succeed at easily. Of the highest quality. An ace reporter. The smallest whole number or a numeral representing this number. A serve that the receiver is unable to reach. One of 4 playing cards in a deck having a single pip on its face. Play, a hole, in one stroke. Score an ace against. He aced his opponents. Serve an ace against someone. Characteristic of or meant for a single person or thing. Single occupancy. Being or characteristic of a single thing or person. Not divided among or brought to bear on more than one object or objective. Judging a contest with a single eye. Not married or related to the unmarried state. Sex and the single girl. A base hit on which the batter stops safely at first base. The smallest whole number or a numeral representing this number. Existing alone or consisting of one entity or part or aspect or individual. Upon the hill stood a single tower, having uniform application. A single legal code for all. Hit a single. The batter singled to left field. Used of flowers having usually only one row or whorl of petals. Single chrysanthemums resemble daisies and may have more than one row of petals. An undivided or unbroken completeness or totality with nothing wanting. He took measures to ensure the territorial unity of Croatia. The quality of being united into one. The smallest whole number or a numeral representing this number. Crested thick-billed North American finch having bright red plumage in the male. The number of elements in a mathematical set denotes a quantity but not the order. A variable color averaging a vivid red. Serving as an essential component. A cardinal rule. Being or denoting a numerical quantity but not order. Cardinal numbers. Roman Catholic Church, one of a group of more than 100 prominent bishops in the Sacred College who advise the Pope and elect new popes. An artifact that is one of the individual parts of which a composite entity is made up, especially a part that can be separated from or attached to a system. A component or constituent element of a system. Any of the more than 100 known substances, of which 92 occur naturally, that cannot be separated into simpler substances and that singly or in combination constitute all matter. An abstract part of something. The grammatical elements of a sentence. A straight line that generates a cylinder or cone. One of four substances thought in ancient and medieval cosmology to constitute the physical universe. The alchemists believed that there were four elements. The most favorable environment for a plant or animal. Water is the element of fishes. The situation in which you are happiest and most effective. In your element. Any of five related nonmetallic elements, fluorine or chlorine or bromine or iodine or astatine, that are all monovalent and readily form negative ions. Any of the more than 100 known substances, of which 92 occur naturally, that cannot be separated into simpler substances and that singly or in combination constitute all matter. One of the elements that collectively form a system of numeration. Judged to be probable. Be or play a part of or in. Elections figure prominently in every government program. A diagram or picture illustrating textual material. A decorative or artistic work. The property possessed by a sum or total or indefinite quantity of units or individuals. The figure was about 1,000. A well-known or notable person. She is an important figure in modern music. Alternative names for the body of a human being. Imagine. Conceive of. See in one's mind. Language used in a figurative or non-literal sense. Make a mathematical calculation or computation. A combination of points and lines and planes that form a visible palpable shape. A model of a bodily form, especially of a person. He made a figure of Santa Claus. An amount of money expressed numerically. A figure of $17 was suggested. A predetermined set of movements in dancing or skating. She made the best score on compulsory figures. A unitary percept having structure and coherence that is the object of attention and that stands out against a ground. The impression produced by a person. He cut a fine figure. Understand. He didn't figure her. One of the elements that collectively form a system of numeration. 0 and 1 are digits. The length of breadth of a finger used as a linear measure. A finger or toe in human beings or corresponding body part in other vertebrates. The conventional characters of the alphabet used to represent speech. His grandmother taught him his letters. An award earned by participation in a school sport. He won letters in 3 sports. A written message addressed to a person or organization. Mailed an indignant letter to the editor. A strictly literal interpretation, as distinct from the intention. He followed instructions to the letter. Mark letters on or mark with letters. Owner who lets another person use something, housing usually for hire. Set down or print with letters. Win an athletic letter. The conventional characters of the alphabet used to represent speech. The conventional characters of the alphabet used to represent speech. Light radioactive isotope of iodine with a half-life of 60 days. Used as a tracer in thyroid studies and as a treatment for hyperthyroidism. Heavy radioactive isotope of iodine with a half-life of 8 days. Used in a sodium salt to diagnose thyroid disease and to treat goiter. A singular metaphysical entity from which material properties are said to derive. A set containing a single member. A single object, as distinguished from a pair. The playing card that is the only card in a suit held in a bridge hand as initially dealt. A singular metaphysical entity from which material properties are said to derive. Biology, a single-celled microorganism, especially a flagellate protozoan. Chemistry, an atom having a valence of 1. The alphabet evolved by the ancient Romans, which serves for writing most of the languages of Western Europe. The alphabet evolved by the ancient Romans, which serves for writing most of the languages of Western Europe. Water containing salts. The water in the ocean is all saltwater. Water containing salts. A strong solution of salt and water used for pickling. Soak in brine. Water containing salts.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.